And welcome to another What Did I Make Wednesday. I am Marlise. This is BitKnits. Let's see how much I actually got done this week. Spoiler alert, this might be a quick one, but I do have a few things to show you. So let's jump right into it, shall we? The first thing that I made was a cat ears beanie, and this is just a super simple, you make sort of a rectangle, and when you put it on your head, you've got these little cat ear corners that stand out. So these are super fun, easy, a great way to use up some of your extra scrappy type yarn. I had some of this yarn left, and I don't actually remember what this yarn is, but it's a really soft yarn and the colorway is just amazing. You get a little bit of striping, but it blends really nicely together. So I really liked this. It's super soft, like I said, and making one of these made me want to make another one. So I did. And you can make these in just a couple of hours. It doesn't take very long at all. They're just double crochets. This is another cat ear beanie, and I added a little mushroom charm, if I could get it to stay straight on us. This is a smaller size. So this is one that would fit like an adult, older teenager. It fits your standard adult size head. This one is a little bit smaller. So if we hold them up, you can see I've got almost an inch, maybe an inch more on this hat. So this one is more for like a young teenager. So let me show you with a little mannequin head, because it does fit on my head, but it is tight. So if you have a lot of hair or a larger size head, this one is not going to fit. So there we go. I had some red and white and some of this green just kind of sitting around. So I wanted a kind of themed cat ear beanie. So like I said, I added this little charm right there, which you can totally remove. And then we've got our little cat ears that stand out. What I did for the brim was work 8 rows in the green, because when you fold this up, if I had just done the 1 row, the only part that was going to be in green would be this top, and then you'd see the red and the white here, which is totally fine. It's just a different look. I just wanted the entire brim to be the green color. So I worked 8 rows in that green, and then I switched and did the alternate red, white. So there's this one. I guess you could also kind of consider this maybe a little Christmassy. Hopefully with that charm on it, it gives it more of a mushroom, cottagecore feel. So that was the second one I made. And I will be making more. I have so many ideas. I have so many different colorway ideas that I want to make these cat ear beanies in. So those were the first 2 things. The next thing, which I also made for last week's video, is another market bag. So same colorway that I did for one of them last week. We've got the gray there, and then just a peaches and cream, sort of purple and blue. So these are really fun, fast, easy. Love these. So that was sort of the beginning, middle of the week. I worked on, I think, one of the hats on Sunday. It only took a night, basically, because I worked on that mushroom cottagecore hat Sunday night, and then I had started the bag earlier, maybe Thursday, Friday. Didn't finish it. Finished that Sunday as well. The thing that I was working the most on were some double-stranded coasters, although you could use them for whatever you want. I just posted a tutorial for this yesterday, so Tuesday, but we've got some 6-sided coasters, and this is holding some fine weight, one weight yarn, double stranded, so you get not only a thicker fabric, but you also get a nice unique colorway, especially with the yarn that I use, and I'll show you that in a second. Here's another one. So you just really unique color patterns that you get using some of these fine weight yarns held together. The yarn that I used is this Premier Cotton Collage, and it's really nice. It's a fine weight, really nice. I've had this sitting in my stash for quite a while. I didn't know what to do with it. I made some like sunburst type coasters with it, holding two strands together, and those came out really cute. So I decided to play with another shape pattern and do the same thing, hold the two strands together, and I really like how these turned out. So that's what I was working on. So I've got 3 sets of 4, because I had 3 different colorways, and I made 4 in each colorway. So I have a stack of these. But these are really fun, and I will link that tutorial down below. These don't take very long at all. I just did 4 rounds, but in the tutorial I explain how you can just create size by adding rounds to it. Really just a fun pattern. And because they're 6-sided, you could sew them together. So if you've got these 2 here, you add another one at the top here, and just sew all the sides together, you'll have a nice larger fabric, larger project using these individual little shapes. So that's kind of a fun idea. The last thing that I just finished last night, it's been sitting around waiting to be finished for probably 2 weeks now. I just got so far with it, and then I wanted to do all these other things, so I never finished it. But last night was the night, and I finished it. And it is this extra long cowl. Now you could easily not make this a cowl. I sewed my 2 ends together, just whip stitching it, and then threw it over, wrapped it around my neck once or twice, and you can kind of play with it however you want it to sit on your shoulders, how long you want it. Do you want it longer in the back, on the sides? So I like sort of these oversized cowls because they kind of keep you nice and warm, but they can also be a nice accent to your outfit. So that's what I did on this one. It's a really nice, quick 2-row repeat pattern. So it's like a V-stitch because you are working V-stitches, but you're not just working V-stitches. I will have a tutorial up, I think this weekend, in a few days, on how to do this pattern. It would also be really great for blankets. Like I said, you could just keep going and make a really nice, long, chunky scarf. This yarn, I believe it was a Karen cake. I'm not sure. Let me go get another one. Don't mind the mess. I was working on another project, which I don't know if that's going to turn into anything. The yarn is the Karen Cakes, and this color is Rhubarb Cream. So we've got like this lighter pink in here, and then hues of pink, salmon. We've got a purple in there as well. So a nice colorway, and so it works up as you're working through this entire cake, and I used one entire cake for this. You get the nice color changes without having to tie in different colors or another cake or ball of yarn. So that's why I like using these. It makes the project go much faster. I like when I get close to a color change and seeing how it's gonna look. So I really like using these type of yarns. And that is all that I managed to get done last week. I was working on a couple other things that are for the channel, but not necessarily for this video. So I was busy doing other things. I'm happy with what I got done in a week, and looks like I've got a little bit of a mess to clean up, rewind maybe. So I'm gonna do that before I don't want to do it anymore. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you crocheted this week. I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.